Hello Besties, Duncan Burt here, one of the editors at West End Best Friend, and welcome to Theatre Therapy Thursdays. Yep, that's right, Theatre Therapy Thursdays. It wouldn't be us without a tongue twister. Welcome to my stagey spare room with my jagged little pill playbill. We will be interviewing, meaning I, will be interviewing the glorious Nick McLean, who is currently playing Bach in Wicked. So, let's get right down to it. Nick McLean, hello and welcome to Therapy Thursdays, Theatre Therapy Thursdays rather, so many T's, so little time. Welcome, how are you?
Really good, thank you for having me here on Theatre Therapy Thursdays, look I can say it.
Just warming up, darling, warming up. Yeah, so this is our new day at West End Best Friends where we like to come and have a chat with all you beautiful people in our industry. So first up, Nick, let's have a chat about you. Let's have a chat about Nick McLean. I want to say you went to Mount View, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I went to Mount View and did the 3-year musical theatre course from 2012 to 2015. Those dates sound right to me.
Let's go with it. How was training for you? How did you find it? How did you find auditioning for drama school? Because I know a lot of our viewers and subscribers are a lot of people who are at that age when they're thinking of going to drama school. So how was it for you? And have you got any advice for those auditioning for drama school this year?
My main piece of advice would probably be to apply to as many places as you can. When I first auditioned, I auditioned for 2 years. So my first year, I literally auditioned everywhere. And, you know, it really helps you get a feel of the place that you think that you'd be most comfortable, actually, because obviously you need to get accepted, but you can also make those sorts of decisions yourself and you can be like, actually, no, I'm going to hold out for this college because actually I feel like that's the one that I'd really fit in at. Training-wise, I really enjoyed my time at Mount View. I think it's such an incredible place to be, and we were surrounded by some of the most incredibly talented people, and we had so many workshops from people in the industry, so everything that came from going to Mount View and getting the name on my CV was definitely worthwhile.
And isn't the patron Dame Judi Dench as well?
She is, yeah, she is.
Wonderful. Why wouldn't you want to go to Mount View? Dame Judi looking over you. How did you find transitioning from theatre school going into the industry itself?
It was a bit of just like a plonk for me, actually, because I had already got 2 jobs to go straight into when we finished college. So I finished our last show, which was Grease, on like the Saturday night, and then I was in rehearsals on the Monday morning. So it was a kind of a shock to the system, and it was a massive learning on the job kind of thing, because as much as they can teach you at college, it's completely different when you're out there and someone's paying you to deliver a product, and you have to do it.
Literally, where obviously a week before you were the one that was training to be that product, and then it's like, hi, product, be producty. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got that pressure to now be the person that you've spent 3 years training to be.
Can you imagine that the first day of rehearsals, I'm walking in and it's like in a room with people like Justin Fletcher and Ronnie Ancona, and I was literally just like, and then little old me who like a couple of days ago was like, no one knew who I was, so it was really cool. But yeah, it was a shock to the system.
What have you done since leaving Mount View? What have been your highlights? What's Nick McLean's theatrical highlights?
Theatrical highlights. Okay, I'm just going to go through this really, really quickly. So I started with The Tale of Mr. Tumble, again with Justin Fletcher and Ronnie Ancona, and we did that in Manchester, which was amazing.
Oh, great city. That's where I am right now.
Do you like Manchester, do you? And then I did Sister Act at the Gordon Craig, where I made some lovely, lovely friends and loved the show. Saw it a million times in London with Bettina Miller and Landio Shinowo and Debbie Currab and like everyone. Incredible. And then after that was Book of Mormon, which was my West End debut. Again, epic, really exciting. Just a barrel of laughs. From the moment I walked in to my very last day, it was just laughs and thrills and fun, and they do a really good job of just hiring people that are nice and fun, and it makes going to work every day feel like child's play, really. It's lush.
Yeah.
And then after that, after Book of Mormon, I was actually going to retire because I was like, oh, do you know what? I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So I had a little break and I went to my muggle job, which is normally working on the reception desk at Physio Ed. Some of you may have seen me there, tapping away. So I was there for a couple of months trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm ready to perform again. So then I went and did Okay, then it gets hazy. But I feel like it was then I went and did South Pacific in Guernsey. And then we went and did this incredible Mamma Mia live movies in the park thing in Abu Dhabi, which I think has to be... We had a great time. You might have seen the videos of me stealing the mic from some woman and proceeding to sing Tina Turner. So we did that, and then after that I did the Pied Piper in Didcot over Christmas, and then Avenue Q UK tour, and then I did Cinderella at the... Oh my god, I can't remember where I did Cinderella. It was literally like 3 days ago. The Mercury Theatre Colchester, I did Cinderella, and then Wicked for 7 weeks.
Oh, until the gorgeous pandemic happened, and here we are. So this is a question that I wanted to ask you, and I don't know why I've never actually had. For those of you who don't know, but I'm pretty sure everyone does, you play Gary Coleman in Avenue Q.
I did, yes.
And when Avenue Q premiered in America, the role of Gary Coleman was played by a woman. In the UK, the legend, also another, is he Mount Charles Ferreira? He's Matthew as well, isn't he? Pedigree, legend. So he originated it in the UK. So you had these two keys. You decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do an entire UK tour of Gary Coleman in the female key because I can. How did that come about?
That it genuinely actually wasn't my decision. I did my first round for Avenue Q, and then they sent out the sheet music for the callbacks. I remember looking at it and I was like, oh god, this looks super, super high. And I remembered that I had seen it in London with Giles Terrera, and my friend Delroy Atkinson played it as well. And I was like, I'm sure that's not the key that they sang it in. So I did a bit of, YouTube research, and I was like, absolutely not. I'm going to find this key. So anyway, I transposed the audition sheet music into the male key and phoned my agent, and I was like, listen, they've sent it in this key. Can I just sing it in the other normal, same key? And he was like, yeah, that sounds fine. So I took it in and I was like, guys, it's a bit high, so I'm going to do it in this key. And that was fine, and they were happy with that, and we did that. And then we got to my final, and they were like, okay, can we just try it in the other key?
Let's just workshop it in the other key.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh, I can see where this is going. So anyway, we workshopped it in the other key, and then I left and was like, thank you, blah blah blah. And then I was walking down the road, and my agent called me. This is probably like 5 minutes after I've left the audition venue. They were like, the team just want to know if you'd be comfortable singing it in the female key. And I was like, obviously at this time, I'm like, oh, of course, why not? I'm desperate for money. Someone give me a job. So yes, I said yes.
Please,
of course I said
not
yes.
thinking about shows a week for a year.
And that's how that came to pass. And then there we go, 9 months or however long we were on tour of female key Gary Coleman. But I lived to tell the tale, I can.
You did. I remember seeing it on a Friday matinee, 5 p.m. I was sat there like, is this a joke? The audacity of his vocal folds. What is happening right now? Mate, hats off, because that was sensational work. So you started Wicked just after Panto, didn't you?
I had 2 weeks of rehearsals for Wicked. So we finished Panto on like Sunday the 5th of January, and I started rehearsals for Wicked on Monday the 6th. Yeah, which was, again, great. And I had, 2 weeks of rehearsals, opened on the 20th of January. Was having a lovely little time, just about kind of getting to grips with it, and
really
thinking, oh, perhaps I know what's going on now. And then, pandemic, global pandemic, theatre shut down, and great.
Here we are. Obviously, the Wicked cast change is usually in June. You've had this whole cast that have had about 6 months to obviously find their vibes. What was it like for you coming in January, being like, hi guys, new Buck here. How are things? Was that intimidating? Was it one of those moments where you think this is going to actually be like, and then you get there and it's completely fine? Like, how was that for you?
Do you know what? So that's kind of the only way I do the West End. I just love to pop in halfway through a contract. I did the exact same thing at Mormon. Brilliant. So in that sense, doing it at Wicked, I was kind of prepared for it. But I think when I went into Mormon, I was very timid and shy, and actually what they need from you is to just come in and be like, okay, this is me, and hello, and do you know what I mean? So, and obviously there was no time to really think about it. I had 2 weeks of rehearsals, and and then I had to go on regardless. So you just kind of suck it up and make it work. And everyone's been so lovely. And I already knew a couple of people in the show anyway. Laura Pick, who plays Alphabet, was at Mountie with me. Maggie Lynn, who's Vanessa, I went to Mountie with as well. Scott Sutcliffe, I did Mormon with. I've been around, and you know, I know people from the Freedom Poll and stuff like that.
Yeah, so well, absolutely. Right. So lockdown, how are you finding this new way of life that
the new normal,
that's the industry is? It's mad. How are you, the new normal, how are you finding that?
Do you know what, it's what are we now, is this like week 11, week 12, something like that? And I feel like I just get more tired as it goes on. I mean, I've tried to kind of get myself into a routine. I think that's the way that I've kind of powered through it. I've got a schedule for exercise, and you know, like, I know what meals I'm gonna have, and I'm actually, to be fair, enjoying the downtime as well, because I think it's nice for us all to kind of just take a little moment to breathe and be like, there is no rat race, there's no running around, there's no urge to be anywhere, no urge to do anything, actually. So you can just move at your own pace and, you know, just take in the world, which I think is actually something that we never really get to do.
Yeah, we never do. I mean, I suppose it's weird because, like, I usually work when I'm not acting. My muggle job is front of house at the gorgeous Hope Mill Theatre here in Manchester. Zorro closing on its second preview was just, like, horrible because they were a gorgeous cast. It was an incredible show. Like, the theatre was
absolute travesty. So I had tickets booked to see my queen, Genevieve Nicole, and you know, I'm furious, raging. We had a roast booked. I'm furious.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like it's having that bubble of like life taken away, but because you're always rushing around and finding something to do, or like you've got this show that's like 8 times a week. Sundays are only like full day off. The world slips by when you're in contracts a lot of the time, and it is this time where, if obviously depending on what lockdown position you're in, you can take a moment to try new things. It is nice to have this moment of just calmness. I think it's important to have those moments of calmness, because everything at the moment is it's essential to realise that although politically and the landscapes and everything out there is crazy, you've got these moments of calm that you wouldn't usually get in everyday.
Exactly. I actually think people will change their way of life, having had this and realising, you know, how exhausting life was beforehand. I actually think that people are going to make really positive changes for their life when we get out of the other side of this.
Completely. And you're a key worker now. Thank you for your service.
So absolutely.
How's that for you, going from the stage to like going to be a key worker every day?
I mean, I'm only 2 days in, so I won't milk it too much. But you know, honestly, it's good, you know, to have something to do, and yeah, I really enjoy it. It's the only thing I can compare it to is, I don't know if you ever watched Supermarket Sweep.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically,
when you're at the checkout and you hear that thingy beep, think of all the prizes that you could win on Supermarket Sweep. Beep, beep.
Legitimately. So I just go around pretending I'm in Supermarket Sweep, and before you know, the day is over.
Loads of people have. Everyone's banding together, and I think that this is what's really great, because obviously people need to earn money. Like, at the end of the day, we're in a situation where people aren't earning money, and like we have the SCISS scheme and the furlough scheme, like with their benefits and their negatives. People still need to work. But I suppose from the outside, the perspective of looking at it within the industry, looking out, it's really great that people are doing it because A, they need to earn money, but B, because they want to help. There's this huge sense of wanting to help each other at the moment, and or whether that be becoming a porter in a hospital, or becoming a supermarket worker on like the night shift or the checkouts or anything. Everyone is just really banding in and making the most out of quite frankly, crazy situation.
No, who could have predicted this? Do you know what I mean?
Literally.
Who would have ever thought, like, oh, do you know what?
Flashback to like December pandemic, when we're all in panto being like, oh, tired, double, triple show days. Don't know whether I can walk around in these heels for another. Life's hard, isn't it? Right, Mr. McLean, we're coming on to a section that I like to call now, How to Succeed in Quizness. without really trying. See what I did there?
I did. I see what you did.
Stagey and funny. Nick, I'm going to ask you 3 questions related to the shows that you have been in, and I want you to answer.
Okay.
And let's see how many you get right, shall we? First up, your Book of Mormon related question. How many 2011 Tony Awards did the Book of Mormon win?
I feel like they won 12 Oliviers or 11 Oliviers. I'm going to go with 8.
The correct answer is 9. You were so close.
I think that's half a point. Half a point.
Half a point for the incorrect answer. 2. This is your 2. I was so off screen when I did that then. This is your Avenue Q related question. Anne Harrider originated the role of Christmas Eve in Avenue Q. What role did she play in the hit NBC TV series Smash?
The stage manager.
Ooh, what was her name?
Oh, gosh. Don't even.
You know this. I know you know this.
I absolutely do know it, but no. Oh my god, it's gone. It's gone.
It's Linda, but I will give you the point because I'm feeling super generous.
Linda. Do you know what? Linda doesn't even sound right.
The final question, your Wicked related question. Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth were both nominated for Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Musical at the Tony Awards. True or false?
True.
Yes, Queen! So that is, do you know what? 2 out of 3, Nick.
I'm saying 2.5 because I was only 1 away from the first one.
Okay, well, we'll see about that. We'll see if they can add a 0.5 on the graphics. Now, let's talk musical theatre, because obviously this is why we're here. This is my favourite bit. As you can see, my stagey little jagged little pill playbill in the background.
Yeah, so jealous.
So let's just talk about musical theatre. What is your Desert Island musical theatre album? Your cast recording for the one show, like if you were thrown on a desert island and you had to pick from the realms of the vault of musical theatre history, one cast recording to listen to the eternity of time, what would it be and why?
It would be Tina, the Tina Turner musical, because Adrienne Warren is an absolute beast. And, obviously the Tina Turner songs are bangers anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
oh my God, just listening to the things that Adrienne Warren can do with her voice is, I listen to it all the time anyway. But yeah, I could listen to it over and over and over again.
If you had to pick one musical theatre song to listen to for the rest of your life, what's your favourite song that comes to you when you think of just everything, lyrically, musically, vocally, everything that comes together in a moment? What is your song?
Do you know what? I think I'd probably have to go with Goodbye from Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, great shout. Absolutely fantastic shout.
And it's got such a good build as well.
We'll play it now, because if the besties don't know what we're on about, we're going to talk about, they need to know, because this is a great cast recording with a great vocal from Aaron Tveit. And actually, conveniently, written by Whitman and Shaman, who did Smash.
Yes.
We've linked it, and we didn't even realise we are clever. So let's listen to it now. This is Goodbye from the original Broadway cast recording of Catch Me If You Can. Vocals. Can we just talk about how that's top B flat at the end and he makes it feel like it's nothing?
Incredible. Star.
Oh, I wish I remember that closed something like 2 months before I went one time. And I was just, when you get those ideas and you're like, I'm going to watch this show, But theatre Broadway is a fickle friend. Things open and close like that. And I just remember being livid La Vida Loca when I couldn't watch Catch Me If You Can.
What was it? I actually watched it at Arts Ed, and I remember Jake Small. I think it was Jake Small. I think it was you, Jake. Absolutely smashing it out of the park. So yeah, mate, banger. Absolute banger.
Great build as well. Yeah, really good choice. What album, song, music, cast recording have you found yourself seeking solace in this particular time? Has there been any one album that's been calling your name? Because I know that I've listened to the Hadestown cast recording more times than is probably socially acceptable this lockdown, because I just can't. Oh, those jazzy beats, that brass.
Can I pick two?
Oh, go on, as it's you.
So because apparently everyone's a runner now since we've been in lockdown, true. And so like there's two like upbeat ones that I rotate a lot, which are Legally Blonde and Mean Girls.
Oh, great shouts.
Yeah.
I mean, doing a run to Revenge Party.
Babe, yeah, Revenge Party. Also, Apex Predator is such a banger.
Apex Predator is my favourite song. When I saw that in New York, when Apex Predator happened, I lost my mind. Also, we had the cover, Regina George, who was one of the single most insane vocalists I've ever witnessed in my entire life. And when she did like when someone gets hurt at the end of that one, I was like, one of those moments where you see them, you know they're singing, but you're very confused how that is coming out of someone's mouth. I was like, hun, sat on the front row, like I'm literally right here, because obviously I rush ticketed it because
of course
cheap. And I was just sat there like, are you okay? What Lord gifted you with these notes? It was absolutely ridiculous, because there was this guy in the queue next to me that was like, we haven't got Taylor Lowerman today. And I was like, great, let's see a cool cover. And then afterwards I was like, and he was like, oh my God, she was insane. I was like, right?
They're just all so talented on Broadway. I remember when I went to see Waitress when I was in New York, I didn't have Jessie Mueller, I had Stephanie Torns, who was like the on-off, in-out, alternate star saving the day multiple times Jenna, and she was bloody incredible, like truly incredible.
Honestly, it's actually mind-blowing. Understudies and swings and covers blow my mind.
Don't know how they do it. It hurts my
like it's I mean, I've done it and I still don't know how people do it. I find it absolutely mind-blowing, a mind-blowing display of talent. Right, Mr. McLean, let's go on to some gorgeous questions that we have got from people. Emily from Rotherham would like to know, what's the favourite role you've ever been cast as?
I have to go with Bach, I think, actually, just because I had seen Wicked more times than I care to admit. A massive dream come true, and yeah, I can't wait to put my little munchkin waistcoat back on.
You look adorable. Check out the production shots. Joshua Weldon, from Coventry, wants to know, what's your dream role?
Do you know what? I don't really have one, actually. And someone once said to me, if you don't have one, then you should write it. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll write myself my dream role.
Oh, intriguing. I like that. Stephanie White from Leeds says, if you could play any female role, who would it be?
See, now most people think that I'm going to say Alphabet, but I actually really want to play Dolores in Sister Act.
Oh, you smash that.
Hey, when I did the show, I was the unofficial second cover.
Self-appointed unofficial second cover. Where's the second cover? Oh no, she's ill. I'll have to do it. Lisa Barber from Leicester says, if you could play... Oh, here we go. If you could play any other role in Wicked just once, who would you pick?
Yeah, gotta be Alphabet. I want to fly. I want to be green. And, you know, I've worked out so many alternate endings to The Wizard and I, Define Gravity and Indeed. And the audience deserve to hear them.
They do. You deserve to see a conductor doing this. You know what I mean? That's the look. Also, can we talk about Rob McClure's conductor camp? Because we all need to take a moment to think about the great things that have come out of lockdown. Also, massive shout out to Philip Joels, every single person auditioning for a commercial, the director, the choreographer, the company manager. They're all great. Everyone watching now, if you get on Twitter or Instagram, look up Rob McClure. He does conductor cams, which is basically the perspective of a conductor with the camera that the cast sees of the conductor at the front of the proscenium, the dress circle even. Hilarious. And Philip Joel also does parodies of audition styles, choreographers, directors, and they are purely just incredible, and they're getting us through. Nick, thank you so much. You have been an absolute dream. Continue keep working, continue being amazing. Finally, actually, a question from me. Obviously, you'll be opening in Wicked again when all of this is over. But if you weren't, what show on the West End would you go and see? Like, to have that night where the theatre reopens. The reopening night.
Do you know where I really want to be? I want to be at the ENO watching Hairspray. What's the lead in that? My Cinderella. As if I couldn't remember that she played Cinderella. My Cinderella.
The title role from
I
the
actually
title
had it
show.
renamed. I had it renamed Buttons. But yes, my Cinderella from Panto is playing Penny in Hairspray, and I mean, I love Hairspray on its own anyway, but I was so desperate to see her in it, so that's the place I'm going.
That is brilliant. I think if I could, I'd do Mary Poppins. Purely because I just think seeing Mary Poppins fly in the reopening of the West End I'd be a mess. Thank you, Nick. You absolute dream. I love you millions. Thank you for doing this. And I know the besties will love you for it as well. If you have any questions, please just contact us, or Nick is available on social media, and we will put all of his handles around this page. Thank you, Nick. You're an absolute legend.
Thank you.
Bye.